Good morning, Tony Dottino, and doing my Life with Tony on Monday as we already look at the calendar, and here it is, May the 20th. And I'm not sure where the year 2024 is going, but for me it just seems like it's flying by. We're getting ready for our 25th USA Memory Championship, and we're making progress and making sure this is going to be a great event, and we've got some interesting media folks that are planning to cover it. But I wanted to at least, doing a lot of my reading over the weekend, talking about a number of different things that I keep reading about that really have an impact on our mental health. And it just keeps, as I say, it just keeps coming. It's like the articles and the issues are just, they're endless. It's like, God, they just keep coming at us from different directions and what we can do and how we can find success in our lives and the differences it makes. So let me just take a couple of them right now. I could go on because I've read probably half a dozen this weekend. But one that hit me, that we talk about social interaction and the importance of maintaining social contacts and at least not being lonely or isolated. And that comes out of an issue here with the current issue of Art Magazine, current being May. Art Magazine, staying connected is key to healthy aging and staying in touch with others, staying healthy mentally as well as physically. And we talk about technology, and that technology at least helps us if we do Zooms or Facebooks or some way, but there's nothing better than personal contact and being able to get and see people and look at their faces and their body language and what they're wearing and what they're sitting and doing and what their arms and legs are doing. I mean, it's just amazing what we talk about in terms of the importance of staying connected to people. It's a guide and help you stay in touch. And so in worst case, if you're not physically able to get out, then obviously a Zoom or Facebook or some way of seeing other people is important to our mental health as much as our physical health and well-being, especially as you get older and you have these different aspects of your health that you need to focus on. And what the science world is telling us is, God, we can extend our life expectancy, but we want to maintain mental function. So that's one article that comes out of ARC May. Here comes June. I've already got my June UCLA Healthy Years newsletter. Exercise. So social interactions we've been talking about for cognitive fitness, and now we're talking about exercise. Research that's conducted at the Loma Linda University Health suggests that a small dose of regular exercise can have a significant impact in slowing the aging process on the molecular genes that are in our bodies. So small dose. So what are they talking about? Measurements of RNA expression allows researchers to discover a short burst of high-intensity exercise yields a reduction in biological age of 3.6 years. This is unbelievable. I mean, a small dose can cut back and give you 3.6 years of life. And the study includes adults who were sedentary, and then they put them through 3 sessions of exercise of again, we say high intensity, 30 seconds of kind of picking up your pace and your aerobics and your breathing and bring a little fan. And it was a short study, but research said that your exercise, and then it also talked about sleep quality and your mental attitude, the positive mental attitude, all add up and underscores the importance of exercise as it relates to your physical as well as your mental health. And it's amazing what we are learning more and more about our cognition and our memories and our mental state of mind as we go through more and more studies and grants that are being given to really give us as humans the most maximum opportunities possible to maintain our physical fitness, which we've been focused on. If you go to gyms, my goodness, starting way back when with my group of Jack LaLanne and what he looked like and how physically well he did, living into his 90s, into various fitness clubs and exercise people today that provide a service of teaching us how to exercise well and how to do things for our body. But now, what are we doing for our mental state? And so, not being isolated, doing exercise, our sleep quality, how well are we getting our sleep? And I think we all know sleep is important to us because of the various impacts that it has on cleaning out toxins in the body. But my goodness, when we stress over not getting sleep, like you run into cycles of how do you clarify your mind and maybe meditate or maybe do some breathing, just get your mind off it. And then comes in the, let's see, make sure I get this one right, it's the May issue also, Scientific American, greenery improves the body and mind. Contact with nature helps physical and mental health. Like so many people, I took refuge in the outdoors during the worst of the COVID pandemic, going into socially distanced walks and sitting on a deck of all kinds of weather. But being outside reduced the chance of infection, but it also helped in other ways. Everybody got that nature seemed to be a solution for stress that people are dealing with or deal with. Research into the health benefits of nature has exploded, so says the author of this magazine article. Let me give credit to Lydia Denworth, who's writing this particular article. Studies are showing that individuals, the importance of greenery wherever we live. So you see in neighborhoods where they're building these massive housing developments, the importance of green space, as they talk about it, leaving trees, leaving, these developers that come in and just wipe out trees, right? But then they replant them because they put green sections on. I live in an area where they preserved a lot of the nature areas. So we do have a bear shows up every once in a while. We do have gators and different wildlife. Sometimes we have a coyote. We think of us to fear, but yet it's part of what nature is doing, part of what exists and what these animals do in terms of nature. But the important things for us, studies have shown that those who spend at least 120 minutes in parks or woodlands or beaches, nature, right, watching the water flow in a lake or in an ocean, had better health or higher well-being than those who spent less time. It doesn't matter whether people reacted or reached the total time in small increments or a long block. So a goal of getting out into nature, 120 minutes in a week's time. So do it in 15-minute increments and do it 5 days a week. I mean, I think we can all find 15 minutes to get out and look at nature. I guess if you live in a city, it's a little bit more difficult, but even in cities, right? In New York City, we got Central Park and people flock to Central Park. They have different parks, Bryant Park, they have different parks in southern New York City. So there are parks all over New York City. But the important thing is you got to get out there and be a part of it. And how often you sit on a bench and and most of these parks have benches. So what we're talking about are things that we can do as the science continues to tell us that are important to our physical well-being as well as our mental. And then I could add in with the memory championship that we do, that we can also find other ways to enjoy nature. And so God, so long, great to hear from you. I see somebody saying good morning, and well, good morning to you as well. And here's a great suggestion she's offering. Take off your shoes and ground. Talk to the ancestors and kiss the ground. My goodness, there's a suggestion. Taking off your shoes and walking in some grass. What a difference. When I do some of my running, at times I will look for grass to run onto the grass, which is a lot softer than running on the concrete and the pavement. And so taking off your shoes and getting in touch with nature and feeling your feet, through some grass, or maybe, I was running in the pool yesterday, trying to impact or minimize some of the balance of my hips and my lower back. And so I'm running in the pool, so run in water, run in puddles, watch kids play in puddles. There's something about that. all benefit to us in terms of keeping ourself going. So that's my start to the week. So what are you doing that can go out and find some greenery? What are you doing out and find some new people, or even go to the grocery store? Talk to the checkout person and just talk to them about their weekend, or what they were planning on doing at the end of their work shift, and just be involved in doing things that don't push you a little bit out of your comfort zone at a time, or let them push you out of your comfort zone a little bit at a time, and see the difference and know the benefits that one achieves from it. Have a good week. We're off and going, so here again, go find someone to say good morning to, and just be pleasant with, and go sit out and enjoy some of the elements of nature, and recognize that from exercising and socializing and good nutritional habits and sleep habits, boy, we can make a difference in our life. We will see you back here on Wednesday. So let's get ourselves off to a good week and think of something we're going to be doing today that at least gets us to look at some nature, maybe look at some ponds of water flowing, a fountain someplace, and see what the benefits are as we pick it up during the week.